My little river otter. Show me some leg.
What?
I love you.
I love you too. Sorry, hiccups.
Hi guys. So today we're at Diamond Lake. I used to work here and I love it here. Technically, I've snuck here. I didn't ask permission first because there's a really lame law that says it's easier to ask permission or to ask forgiveness than it is to seek permission. So we're up in an area. You can, if you read the signs, you can see where we're at. This resort itself was opened up in 1922, and there is a lot of history through here. So we thought it might be fun to go ahead and do our necrophonic app in my favorite place in the world.
Well, talk about some of the stuff that's happened. Not like in the past, but like what is some sightings and stuff.
Well, people have heard the piano play. They've had people walk from one area to another, even though that little partition right here was up. They've seen people walk through it. They've had the doors open and close on their own. A lot of voices at night. You can hear people walking around up here, and then when you get up here, there's nobody. And almost every building here has some kind of a history to it that I think is fun and neat and kind of borderline spooky, but not in a bad way. So today we're going to do the necrophonic app and see what we pick up while we're here. So I haven't washed my hair in a couple days, and as you can see, I got the speaker going, so we'll be able to hear everything. This place is absolutely beautiful to me. I made this my home, and I love being here. And I got Joey screwing around on the piano, but there's a lot of history for us personally, just living here and calling this our home. I made this a place in my heart, and I love it here so much. So let's see what happens when we turn on the necrophonic. Hello? Down the river? Yes. Joey, will you stop playing the piano for a while? Stop, please. Hello? Okay, get away.
Hi.
Something said there's a lot going on with the light. Getting quite a bit coming through. That's Joey banging.
Sorry. Hyper.
I've got a lot coming through about the light and down the river. Help me. You need help? What are you doing? I've heard the word help a few times. And the light? That just, when you pick that up, something through the necrophonic app said don't pick that up.
That's one of the reasons I love the piano, so that shouldn't be like you know what I'm doing.
Some people say that when you hear a piano in here, it's actually like the little tiny field mice that play on it. Beautiful piano, though.
Beautiful out there.
I don't want to really show a lot of people, but there are a lot of people today down on the beach. Did you say, help me, he's dead? I live. It's something. That, by the way, is my favorite pool table. This used to be a restaurant up here. It was very pink. Remember the pink room? So there were pink walls and a different color pink tablecloth and a different color cloth napkin. This room was like 4 different types of pink. By the way, it was somebody closing the door. It wasn't as cool as we were hoping. You made me leave this place? Who did? You're listening to me now? Painful? Beautiful? Oh, there's a Joey. Failing.
My girlfriend made this.
Here. I'm gonna give Joey the phone for a minute so he can hold on. He's gotten really good at holding the camera now. I'll put the speaker over here next to him.
It's like packed with minerals and stuff, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Spicy. Pass.
Oh, it's a spring that comes off of Mount Thielsen.
Which I
One of
climbed.
the cleanest waters in Oregon. And it tastes like heaven. You guys are saying a lot, but I can't really understand what you're saying. You don't know? I think. Careful.
I almost dropped it.
Alright.
Okay, man. I just had to arm mobility.
If you wiggle the camera around too much, Tammy makes fun of us. Hi, Tammy. We love you.
Hey, Tammy. Excuse me, can I get another glass of wine?
heard it answer you, but I'm not understanding what it's saying. I'm sorry, guys. We just ate lunch. I'm kind of burpy.
So me and Mom had this realization that if we ask answers, a lot of the time we'll get responses, and other times we'll get interrupted.
This is beautiful here.
Mind if I show off the lake? Mind if I show off the lake?
You can show off the lake. Just try not to show actual people.
I'll try.
It's pretty bright out there. Leave.
So this is Diamond Lake. It's covered in trees.
You can't tell me to leave. It's a resort. Everyone's welcome here.
It's a smudge on the glass, not a ghost, sadly.
You need some help? I heard you earlier say that.
Well, apparently the camera was zoomed in. Okay, now it's better.
Okay.
Don't question me.
I kind of understand what they're saying, but not really.
It feels like they're trying to get enough energy to talk, and then when they do, they all talk at once.
There has been a few people that have passed away here. I mean, this place has been around for almost 100 years, 1922.
Yep.
There's a gentleman who passed away in the laundry room. His friend found him after they'd been elk hunting, and his friend found him. A lot of people die of natural causes up here because they come for like one last ski trip, snowmobiling trip, one last hunt, one last fishing trip, and they use the last of their energy in their life before they leave this place, because this place is 5 generations have stayed here. Families that just come back here every single year, which is amazing because it always makes me feel good. But the hauntings here are not bad.
Well, there's the one that like talks crap about you out on the patio.
Oh, yeah. No, he's down in the kitchen. There's a guy down in the kitchen, and from what we can understand, he's a manager type. We saw him in a bolo tie and a clipboard, and I think he was a kitchen manager. And one time when I was working both departments, I was wearing my front desk clothes, and he told me to get out of his kitchen. He didn't really like me being in there. He wants you to work when you're in the kitchen and not to go back there if you don't belong.
Well, there's that one person that definitely died of unnatural causes up in the cabin. Didn't he die?
I don't remember. There's a lot of stories. Like I could spend days doing videos for this place. It's amazing. Yeah, a lot of people have passed away, but it is normal. The biggest mystery one was a cabin number 46, which no longer exists. Used to be the caretaker cabin. So this place was only, quit jiggling the camera.
I was fixing it so I can get some water.
This place was open only in the summer times because there would be 20 feet of snow in the winters.
Yeah.
Until early 70s, and I'm sorry if I'm wrong. That's when they started actually renting snowmobiles here, and ice fishing and stuff like that had to be open. And so then they started year round. But before that, there was a certain couple that had come up for the winter. And when everyone else came back that next spring to open up the resort, they were completely gone. There wasn't a single trace of them being here at all. And the most anybody can assume is that they left because they got, what do you call it? Not really claustrophobic, not agoraphobic, but they got overwhelmed by the solitude and the snow and left. But they disappeared completely. Yeah, the caretakers did. They completely disappeared, and they never came for a paycheck. They just disappeared, left the resort.
Well, okay, this is gonna sound stupid, But what if the same thing had happened? Not the same thing, but like something similar to what happened to The Shining happened. Like they just went crazy and they killed some people, and then
There were
good.
only the two of them. There was nobody to kill. Don't make it weird.
Murder scooter slide.
Don't make it weird. No, so there's quite a few voices going on.
Sorry,
If
crappy
you-
camera work, scratching my arm.
Give me the phone.
No.
You have
No, it's fine.
twitchy. What's our time?
15:20.
Okay.
I want to go swimming after this too. Because there's people swimming, so it's not that cold.
Yes.
And there's no white caps to the tide, to the waves, so it should be fine.
Yeah. Relatively warm here. The water's only, 40 or 50 feet deep. So most of the season you can swim in that lake until the lake turns. There's been quite a few stories of people that passed away here. The saddest one I can think of is the guy that his father-in-law had passed away and given his wife a boat that was his boat. And so he went and fixed it up and made it really beautiful and then brought her up here to Diamond Lake so he could show her boat safety. He was a search and rescue volunteer, and he was an older gentleman, like in his 50s. He was just a little bit older than me. So he was out there showing his wife, and he had jumped in the water, and he was showing her all the things you could do outside the boat, boat safety, and got tangled up in the algae and drowned.
And you get tangled up in algae.
There's a lot of green in that water, and some of them, one of the plant life got tangled around his leg, and he got stuck under the water and died. And his wife comes here every year now as his little memorial and says hi to him and stays in the cabin. And there's a couple of people like that whose loved ones pass away, but they come here every year because this was their favorite vacation spot.
I mean, I can see why. Look at that.
It's beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there was a gentleman a couple years ago that passed away on the slide hill. He was taking his grandkids tubing, and he had some symptoms of like heart problems earlier that day, and so he had stopped and he was on top of the tube hill and like, watching his family, and he passed away. And they tried what they could, but there wasn't anything to really do to resuscitate him. And but he had kind of a large family, and he had passed away here. The wife, in being in shock and being, as upset as she was trying to like clear the tube hill so that everybody could go back to playing, and everyone was trying to tell her that it's not a thing. Like, what's happening with you and your husband and your family are more important than keeping the slide hill running. But she was another one of those people that just loved this place and didn't want her husband's passing to ruin anybody else's day. And that like broke my heart. But yeah.
1 second.
Duck face.
Oh my god. It's so weird. Oh, a little bit.
It's a little cold.
So like right there, everything around like behind you kept getting like super blurry. Like something was passing by behind you. It was weird.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So again, I'm having a hard time really understanding everything that's coming through on the Necrophonic app.
If you guys can understand it, make sure to leave a comment below.
Yeah. So, died. So I'm essentially just kind of letting it play while we hang out.
Yeah.
Yep. You come up here to Diamond Lake for the snowmobiling or the water? That was my favorite part, was the people that came back every year and they would tell me everything going on in their lives or what they'd been doing and show me pictures of their kids and grandkids, and it was like a family reunion every year, and it was just amazing.
Do you miss working here?
I do miss working here a lot. Sometimes we're really hard, but most of the time it was just so beautiful. I love people. And pretty much everybody that came up here to visit was already in a great mood.
Yeah.
You know, they're on vacation.
I know that every time that we come up here to visit you, like me and Lizzie, I'd make sure to throw a snowball at Lizzie like as soon as I possibly could.
Right.
I'm like, what else do you do? She always threatened to beat me, but she never did.
I heard just a second ago, do not look. But it's kind of taken out of context, so. Now, so I wouldn't say this, yes, this place is haunted. But it's not ones that are actually aware. It's all memories here. I haven't, so far I personally have not come across anything that was actually wanting to talk to me in real life. They just wanted to come up and tell me stories, and that's beautiful, but it's not quite the same.
Okay, that's not an impossible angle. I was looking over, I was like, huh, that shouldn't be there. And I kept looking at it and I realized that I was stupid.
Oh. The chair that's broken?
No.
Oh.
The window, it looks like there's another building right next to us, and I realized that it's just like the cabin area place over there. Where you take it?
We're 22 minutes in, guys. Lots of swimmers and kayakers. This place is amazing. That's called, you can't really see it very well, but that's Mount Bailey.
I climbed the one over there that looks strange.
And the other one you can't see right now because we're in the wrong spot around the lake, but it's called Thielsen, and it's gorgeous and amazing. I can't wait to play this back and see if we genuinely understand the voices.
I was holding it weird.
So what's your favorite memory here?
Me?
Mm-hmm.
Hard to say. I just like the swimming. It's hard for me to say, and I don't know why. There was the time that we tried to bike around the lake, and Lizzie tripped somehow on a bike and like crashed. I thought that was kind of funny. And she was fine, so I can laugh about it.
Mm-hmm.
That was one of those groans in pain we love hearing.
Mm-hmm. Well, we're down to the last 5 or 6 minutes. Thank you guys for everyone that's watching our video. New thing I've been hearing a lot of people say on YouTube is please watch the entire video. It actually counts against us if you stop watching halfway through. It doesn't count as a view unless you watch the whole thing. The most popular video we did was the cemetery one I did with Lizzie. which kind of makes me just want to throw the word cemetery into everything I have.
Oh, I thought that it was because Lizzie.
Well, yeah, Lizzie helped. But I
Sister
think-
Bear's
yeah.
a gosh darn dork.
She is. Sister Bear is a dork.
That was me tapping on the table.
Yeah. They saw your hands moving. A lot of people got married here.
Can we stop the necro?
No, not yet. I don't feel like I have to do a proper goodbye to this place because we've both stayed here so much that anything is going to stay here too. We're not worried about anything bad following us. That was kind of sideways angle.
That said your name.
It did.
I could have sworn it said Mary.
Oh, right on. You want to call me Mama Bear? That would make me feel better. I even like the sailings in here. They're neat.
Did you show up this ceiling?
Mm-hmm. Quit eating your hands. It's not a snack.
Shut up.
What?
Excuse me, are you lost? Is there any chance you need some help finding your way to like the store or something like that?
Oh yeah, the store is right down there. So you just take the main stairs on the side, go through the lodge, up and around the front, and you'll get over here where it says bike rentals on the side of the building. Yeah, I love this place.
The pizza parlor is if you go if you go to like where you pulled in to come into Diamond Lake, if you just keep taking that road for 3 miles to get to the pizza parlor. Personally recommend their Italian sandwiches because it's just pizza. It's a pizza sandwich.
Yeah, they're yummy. We have really good food here. I think it's the water.
Also, the double bacon Baileys are so good.
Yes, Joey has an addiction to the double bacon Bailey. All right, guys. So we're only a couple minutes away from our half-hour mark. I haven't decided if I want to keep going for those 2 or 3 more minutes because we're pretty much just sticking to this room for now. We're going to do other adventures, other curious adventures, our 2 curious bears here. I am running out of time with Joey. Joey, let me rest my elbow so I'll quit trembling. Joey is turning 18 in January, and he'll be going to school online. And in those small times, he'll also be flying to Maine for a month at a time. So it's kind of bittersweet to me, amazing to him, but bittersweet to me that I'm going to be losing my Joey. But I also know that he's going to be happy where he's going, and that his life will have fulfillment and meaning. And that's about all you can ask as a mother, that your children are happy. So we're going to head off and say our goodbyes. So goodbye.
Bye.
Goodbye.
Wear your seatbelt.
Wear your seatbelt. We love you. Oh, link, or what is it? Like, turn on your notifications, definitely subscribe, definitely give a thumbs up. If anything cool happened in our video as far as the voices go, or you happen to be able to hear the voices well enough to pick up a storyline, I would love, please, 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 please share that in the comments for me. And we will see you guys next time when we go on our next curious adventure. Thank you. Bye.
Bye.